Hey guys, it's Ace and Kain, and today actually for this video we're going to be talking about something that's pretty new to Puzzle and Dragons. It's called the Ranking Dungeon. So this is a new tab that's been added here in just the last, I would say, a couple months.
Yeah.
And they had a beta one come out first, and now we've had our first real one this week. So as you can see on the screen there, there's an additional tab in yellow that says Ranking Dungeons. This is actually only available if you are rank 150 or higher. So if you don't have this tab yet, just keep ranking up and you will get there. It's kind of a fun new thing that they've added. It's a way to see how you compare to all the other people out there playing Puzzles and Dragons. So as you can see here, once you enter the tab, there's a couple of dungeon tabs there. This week's it's the Izanami tournament. There's it's a 50 stamina dungeon, 6 battles, and the way that you're ranked is you're ranked on percentile in comparison to the rest of the players out there. So as you can see here on Kain's account, he's in the 19.8 percentile currently. So that means he's in the top 20% of the players who have completed this dungeon. And as you can see, it's kind of a pyramid there. Obviously, the higher up you are, supposedly the better you're doing. And the breakdown of each percentile in each different color is based on what rewards you will get at the end of the tournament. So these tournaments last just for a few days. I think this one was about 3 days long. So we're almost at the very end of this tournament. And as you can see there, right now, Kain is in that 20 percentile bracket. I think I'm in the 40 or 50 percentile bracket, so it's actually pretty hard to rank up in these dungeons as people are pretty good at the game. So, I'll have Kain explain a little bit more about how you do get your actual percentile ranking.
Yeah, so how you're ranked is based on the average combos that you make throughout the dungeon, the amount of time you have left after the dungeon you completed, the max damage that you deal in the dungeon, and also skill defeat. So that means that if you use a skill that will directly kill the monster, then you'll end up losing 5,000 points. So that can really hurt you.
So certain monsters like Raw and things like that, while they're really useful in killing certain types of monsters who have high defense and things like that, they do subtract points from your score apparently if you use that. So this dungeon is timed, but the timer can go past 0. It just will affect your score.
You just won't.
Yeah. You won't get points for having completed it in a certain.
But the most important thing is time. So if you do it really quickly, you're gonna get a really high score.
So in terms of the two most important categories, it's definitely time, followed by your average combo. But for sure, time is the main thing. Time is the essence here. So we'll just have Kain get into this dungeon and show you guys a little bit of what they look like and kind of how the scoring comes out in the end.
Yep, and here we go. Alright, so I'm going to be using my Shiva team. So the reason why I use my Shiva team is because of the really high damage that it outputs, and also getting at least a really high combo in order to get more points as well. It does take more time to go through the dungeon if you do get higher combos, but it may end up helping you because you need to be able to kill them.
So the combos are kind of a two-edged sword there in terms of these dungeons. They do help you the higher your combos are, but sometimes you're really hoping just to pass through the monster and you're seeing the drops come down and it's slowing you down. So
alright,
why don't you go ahead and get started here.
Alright, here we go.
See what happens.
Let's see what I get.
Alright, so he's going to be pretty focused just because he's going to be trying to go as fast as possible. This first guy is just, as you might be familiar, in the weekly dungeon, the daily dungeons, this Rainbow Keeper starts with 4 turns and is just pretty easy to just kill there. As you can see, this one definitely slows you down because it locks the whole screen, makes it dark. So definitely paying attention right away, because you know that that's coming up, is very important there. Nice combo made by Kain there in regard to remembering where those red orbs were. Unfortunately, not a lot of red orbs on the board currently, so might need to pop a skill right here for this monster. It did cut his HP, it looks like by 99% or whatever there, but is managing to get a nice 2-prong, especially this grass monster should hopefully die pretty easy to that. All right. Clearing each level in one turn is pretty important, and at least as few turns as you possibly can, just because of the time factor. You can see that timer on the very top is kind of ticking. All right, and Kain unfortunately missed his fire orbs there, so we'll see what happens, but does have a nice group of 4 down there now, so that should be pretty good.
I don't know what I'm doing now. I'm just unfocused after that.
Getting drops. He's off his mojo now. All right. Well, just go ahead and kill this thing now pretty easily, hopefully. Does switch the leader and a sub, so that kind of negates half of Shiva's skill there. But given the fact that it's low on health, still able to kill it with that nice combo. And here's another pirate monster. Pop a skill or 2 to get some more fire on the board. But yeah, it's as you can see with the timer there, it slowly counts down, and actually once it goes to 0, it'll go into the red, and you'll end up being in the negative time, but you won't lose the dungeon. The nice thing is that these dungeons as well is that he's getting monster drops, so it is essentially very similar to those descended dungeons in the way that you're getting the drops too. So he's gonna get rare monsters from this as well.
That was not great.
And managed to kill that. There was one little blunder there in the middle that kind of slowed down the time, and as you can see, any little mistake can have a pretty big impact on your time. But we'll show here now kind of how the scoring breaks down. So average combo is 5.6, and the time remaining, he still had 134 seconds there. Max damage, you can see that was over 5 million. So
that's not the highest amount of points.
Overall score there turned out to be 96,000, and I think that since he already probably has a higher rank than that, it won't really show where 96,000 would have landed him, but still there up in the 20 percentile. So even if you play it multiple times and do worse, they go by your highest and your best scores. So not too bad, and it's pretty fun to just keep playing this dungeon over and over and see if you can increase your score there. So cool. Well, we hope you guys enjoyed that. Whenever these ranking dungeons will come out, we'll post our attempts at them and show you guys how we do. And we hope you guys have good luck and get a lot of high scores on these dungeons as well. We'll see you guys next time.
Yeah, so make sure to like, share, and subscribe. See ya.
Peace.